Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome back to Passing the SLP Praxis. I am your host, Melanie Evans, and I am so excited to get into today's episode. If you follow this show, then you know, yes, I am obviously about those study hacks for passing the SLP Praxis, those test taking hacks for passing the SLP Praxis. But I really love reprogramming our subconscious mind to help us overcome limiting beliefs that are keeping us maybe from a passing score, because the main thing that really comes up for myself and that has come up for my clients is when it's time to even open the book, or maybe you find yourself taking the practice test and those limiting beliefs come to you like a wave on top of the other things that are already overwhelming you in life. And as I've been able to move forward as a practicing speech language pathologist and as an entrepreneur, I've been able to learn a lot more subconscious mind reprogramming hacks and ultimately just those hacks to trick our brain into telling us that we are successful. So today I am here to tell you all about those mindset tricks that you can take with you on your way to bed. This really came to me because I had a specific client who was telling me that she was having trouble sleeping. She's about to take the exam in a few days, and pretty much her mind is just like, whoa, danger, danger, danger. There's a big event coming. And when that happens, it's really hard to understand how far that you've already come. And it's hard to really channel your belief in yourself. So, this is why today I really wanted to bring this nighttime routine to you so that way you can go ahead and start making it a habit. Which, speaking of habits, go ahead and check out that free mini course in the show notes where I break down those mindset hacks to help you make your success on the SLP Praxis exam and really in the whole field inevitable. This is something that I definitely wish that I had, and I already have had so many other praxis preppers come up to me and say that this has been a valuable training. So go ahead and check that out. So let's get into today's episode. The tips I'm about to share with you boost dopamines and serves as positive reinforcement to your unconscious and conscious mind that you are winning and that you are doing a great job. So I'm going to go ahead and read off of my notes so that way you can stay with me and track and that I don't get off track myself. So just go ahead and imagine that you are done with the day, you've closed your study book, you've already done what you needed to do to get ready for the next day, right? So I'm going to come to you, let's just say 4 steps to help you get ready for the next day and pretty much end the night. So that way, any additional anxieties are already done on paper and you give it to the divine, to the universe, to God, to source to handle on your behalf while you're getting those good Z's. So, the first thing you're going to do is your typical bedtime routine to get you relaxed. So, for me personally, I love essential oils. I love lighting my incense candle. I already have the lights turned off. Before I even hop in the shower, my bed is made up for me. I put drops of essential oil on my bed. I pretty much prepare my my palace, so to speak. I prepare my bed for me for when I get out of the shower. So I hop in the shower, I take a shower with warm water, and then I switch it to cold water. And then I just imagine all of the stress being washed off of me, all of the energy that I might have picked up for the day. I just imagine that going all the way down to the drain. And I'm in the cold water for about 30 seconds. To be honest, 30 seconds tops. One day I will get past that. That's a whole other episode. So, of course, I get out the shower. I do my beauty routine. Of course, my face is already washed. And I hop in the bed. So, if you are somebody who likes to do some reading before bed, go ahead and do some reading before bed, whatever it takes to just get your mind in that calm state, and especially out of fight or flight mode if you're someone who experiences a lot of anxiety. I recommend somatic exercises. So I like to do a little bit of stretching. Like I do the straddle stretch and stretch my full body while I'm in the bed. You could also do some EFT tapping or some deep breathing exercises, meditation. Again, just to get you and your body back into a calm state. And then we are moving on to the journaling. Okay, so what you're going to do, and what I recommend is you could either use the Notes app on your phone, on whatever device you use. But if you really want to be, I don't know, if you just want to make it cute and fun, you can go to Barnes and Noble, go to the dollar store, go to Amazon, wherever you like to shop, and get a nice journal. You can call it the gratitude journal, but something that you're able to pick up and review over time so that way you can just see your progress over time. This is called the 3-2-1 method. And this 3-2-1 method was actually introduced to me by my own coach, who has helped me progress expediently in business. And I'm so glad that she told me about this. So I'm going to share this method with you today. So after you do your somatic exercises, you're going to do the 3-2-1 method. You're going to write down three things that went well during your day, during your study session. So maybe that's I opened my book. That went well today. I felt more confident with my cranial nerves, for example, or I felt more confident understanding aphasia treatment. For example, I took more breaks during my study time and I learned how to regulate my nervous system as I was studying. Those are just examples of things that could go well. Maybe it has nothing to do with the praxis. Maybe it's I made a really nice, nutritious meal for the first time in months. Or maybe it's I had a really good conversation with a professor or a friend. So, three things that went well, jot them down. Then you're going to write two things that you're proud of finishing. So, maybe that's I am so proud of finishing that voice module. I am so proud of finishing my study plan today. I am so proud of finishing that section in my praxis book. So this gives you a chance to congratulate yourself. If you are someone who really struggles to congratulate yourself, again, think about the Bestie method. I will put that link in the show notes as well to that Bestie method episode. But think of the Bestie method if you really struggle to congratulate yourself in anything or thinking about your strengths. And what I mean by that is think of yourself as you would your best friend or a dear loved one. What are you proud of finishing? What would you congratulate your loved one for something that you did? And if you're struggling with this, really take the time. And then the last thing you're going to do is you're going to write down one thing that you can do better tomorrow. So for me, that is other things that's on my to-do list. Maybe there's something that you intended to finish that day that you intend to finish the next day. Or maybe it's even something simple like more rest or more play tomorrow, more sunlight tomorrow. So you can think about it as self care things, you can think about it as task oriented things. But I like to write down the first thing that comes to mind. The first and the second thing, honestly, that comes to mind, I'll write down because that's the immediate thing that's on my mind. So after you do that 3-2-1 method, and that's already powerful, and really, that right there is an accomplishment if you do the 3-2-1 method because what you're doing is you're telling your subconscious mind that you can stick to good habits and that you can take some time out to review your goals, review your progress on your goals, and to celebrate yourself for achieving even the smallest wins. Then finally, what you're going to do is a brain dump. So you're going to take out your journal. It could be the same journal or it could be a different journal where you want to put all of your anxieties. If you are someone who comes from a background of faith, whatever that faith may be, then you might already know. I know in the Bible, it's cast your cares and anxieties on him because he cares for you. Don't be anxious about anything, but in everything with thanksgiving, make your request known to God. There are several verses that I'm sure that go across all religious texts that will tell you how God and his universe really cares about the anxieties that you are going through, no matter how big, no matter how small, and no matter how you might be conceptualizing those anxieties. So, for example, I know myself, A lot of times when I'm going through anxiety, I hold on to whatever thoughts are in my head and try to rationalize them myself when really I can just give them to God. And like I keep saying, He'll handle the rest overnight. He'll handle the rest overnight for you. And so this is when you do a brain dump and channel anything that's on your mind. Of course, in gratitude, like, thank you so much that these things went well today. Thank you so much that I made it another day. Thank you so much that I even got out of bed today. Something as simple as that. And then write down the rest. Say, if I'm being honest, these are the things that are on my mind. These are the things that are on my heart right now. These are the things that are driving me crazy. These are the things that are frustrating me. I'm not sure if I'm going to pass, but I know with you, God, I know with you, all things are possible. Or at least that's what they say. They say, I've learned that all things are possible and that you've done amazing miracles. And acknowledge the amazing things that's happened before in your life. I've made it this far. I already know I've made it this far, but now I need a little bit more strength. So that was honestly just a quick prayer that was impromptu, but you will know how to pray with your heart. And once you get into the habit of allowing your thoughts to just flow and putting it on paper, you can go ahead and do that. Close the journal, take a deep breath, close your eyes, and go to sleep and watch things work. And if you would like, I would say at the end of the week, like on Saturday, go ahead and review your progress, celebrate yourself for all of the wins, and especially as you are preparing for the week ahead. So I hope that this helped you all. I hope that this is a good nighttime routine. Let me know what you think about this routine. Reach out to me on Instagram at Praxis Speech Sister and let me know how it's helping you on your practice journey. All right, y'all. Till the next one. Bye, fam.